Hey everyone, Durrani here from VG247, and I hope your wallets are ready because it is a busy month for games. Let's take a look at our top 7 games releasing in February 2022. They're in no particular order and are just games that we think should be on your radar. Make sure you stick around for our honorable mention segment of the video because your favorite game might just be in there. Who knows? Let's get started. First on the list, we have Dying Light 2 releasing on the 4th of February. It's an action RPG where you hack and slash through zombies, all whilst weaving in sick parkour moves. Here's a little snippet of the gameplay.
Parkour!
I'm just joking. You play as Aiden and navigate a large open world city where humanity clings onto hope once again. You'll meet people here and throughout the missions and quests, your actions and reactions will shape the narrative. The day and night cycle play a huge part in Dying Light. In the day, the streets and settlements are filled with life and people trying to make the most of a bad situation. But at night, it gets interesting because all of the zombies come out of their dens and populate the streets. But you can actually venture into those dens for some of the best loot while the zombies are out burning the midnight oil. It is a melee combat focused game, so you won't see any ARs or AKs. Instead, think katana, saw blades, pipes and baseball bats. There is bows and arrows though. But don't fret, Dying Light 2 has all of the RPG elements to make their weapons feel fun, like mods and perks, uncommons, legendaries, all of that jazz. So you can be creative and build your character however you want. If you're someone who only buys a couple of games a year, you will get your money's worth. Developer Techland says Dying Light 2 has 500 hours of content in it, and you can do it in 2 to 4 player co-op. The first Dying Light game was very well supported post-launch, and I'm assuming they'll do the same for the sequel. It's out on PC, PS4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X and S. Next, we have indie studio Slowclap's new game Seafood. They're the creators of the game Absolver, and if you've been watching me do these top 7 games videos over the past year, you know I love an indie game. In Seafood, it's all about mastering hand-to-hand combat as you track down the people responsible for the assassination of your family. The big mechanic in Seafood is that when you die, you age, but with age comes wisdom. Wisdom being the skills that you get to unlock to take on challenges ahead because you only have one day to take down 5 targets and it won't be easy. But as you play through the game, you'll gather information and clues about these targets and the levels that you're playing on that persist through death, so it's almost roguelike in a sense. The art style is wicked, it has this paintbrush type of look to it, the combat looks satisfying, how they've looped death into the narrative and gameplay is creative, and in general it looks like a bunch of fun. There are loads of preview videos out there, so if you want a deeper look, go and check it out. Seafood is out on the 8th of February on PC, PS4 and PS5. The second of 3 open world games on this list and sequel to the beloved Horizon Zero Dawn, we have Horizon Forbidden West. We continue Aloy's adventure with a gorgeous new setting with a bunch of new features expanding upon the first game, like the fact that Aloy now has fighting game style super abilities called Valor Surges, new combos and weapons, new movement options like the glider and the pool caster, there's even underwater sections, deeper customization and crafting options. I can't wait to learn more about the story and tribal conflicts that have been going on. The story takes place 6 months after the first game, and the main quest sees Aloy trying to stop this red blight that could wipe out humanity again. The devs also said that the side quests will be a lot more rewarding this time, which I'm excited for since I'm a big completionist and will definitely be going for the Platinum Trophy. Guerrilla Games just made a great game even better, and it's great that it's releasing on both PS4 and PS5. And if you had any doubts about the cross-generation games looking bad, then rest easy because in a recent video they showed how incredible it looks even on a PS4 Pro. Horizon Forbidden West is of course an exclusive to PlayStation, but who knows, maybe in 5 years or so it'll be out on PC. It's out on February the 18th. On February the 22nd, Destiny 2 gets its next big expansion called The Witch Queen. In this entry, we finally face off against one of the big bads that's been mentioned time and time again as far back as the release of Destiny 1, the Hive God Savathun, now known as the Witch Queen. If you want a deeper look, I did a 5 things you need to know video, but I'll summarize the key points. A new campaign and PvE content like raids and dungeons. If you've been on the fence about getting into Destiny, it's worth noting that they are resetting the power floor with this expansion, which basically means every player come the release date for Witch Queen will all be the appropriate level to start the new content being added. They're also adding weapon crafting and a new glaive weapon. The Void subclasses are getting a rework, so we're essentially getting 9 new supers. And of course, new exotic gear. Destiny is one of those games that will comfortably carry you throughout the year with new content being added so frequently, and now is the best time to jump in. It's out on Xbox One, Series X and S, PC, PS4, PS5 and Google Stadia. I wasn't always a Soulsborne fan until quite recently. I, like many other players, couldn't wrap my head around its playstyle, but I saw an opportunity when Demon's Souls got remastered for PS5, an opportunity to give it the time it deserves. It is a clunky mess, but I stuck with it and learned the ways. It finally clicked and I saw why these games are so coveted. I did skip Dark Souls and went to Bloodborne and Sekiro straight after, and I fell in love with the genre. And that's why Elden Ring is probably the game I'm looking forward to the most in February. It's a brand new action RPG from Software. Hidetaka Miyazaki, the creator of Dark Souls, wrote this new world alongside George R.R. Martin, the creator of Game of Thrones, so it's basically guaranteed to have a wicked story. In Elden Ring, you play as the Tarnished, guided by the grace in the lands between on a quest to use the power of the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord. But it's the gameplay that is important. Elden Ring is the culmination and expansion upon all of the best part from Software's past games. Weighty combat that's more accessible this time around, large, abstract and terrifying foes to defeat, better item management, and now crafting, complex level design that has now been transferred to an open world, and can't forget horseback riding. We've got a few videos covering Elden Ring on the VG247 channel and website, go and check them out. Elden Ring is out on the 25th of February on PC, PS4 and 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. I always hear about Warhammer, mainly people painting the figurines, but of course the games are a big deal. Total Warhammer 3 is the conclusion to the trilogy and it releases on February the 17th, only on PC. It's from developers Creative Assembly and it's a turn-based strategy and real-time tactics game. And from what I've researched, there is a load of new quality of life features to help round out the game's brand new campaign. If it is your cup of tea and you're ready to step into the realm of chaos, then you'll be pleased to know it's a day one on Xbox Game Pass PC. Gamers all around the world have been waiting for a new MMORPG for years, and I don't think New World was the success we'd all hoped it would be, but I think Lost Ark might do the trick for a lot of MMO fans. After solidifying its place in South Korea way back in 2018, it's finally seeing its long-awaited Western release on February the 11th. Don't let its isometric camera fool you. This is a full-fledged MMO ARPG, so everything you'd find in World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy XIV or Guild Wars even, you'll find in Lost Ark. There is loads of content ready to go since it's technically been out for ages. It has a full-fledged cinematic story, 5 classes each with 3 subclasses that drastically differ in playstyle, with some really flashy moves and very in-depth customization. The raids and dungeons are the real deal. There's also world bosses and things called Guardian Hunts. Guardian Hunts, think of it a bit like Monster Hunter. So you and your team, you will go out and target a specific enemy. There's also life skills like fishing, mining, hunting and lumbering if anyone's having RuneScape withdrawals. PvP if you want to get competitive, either 1v1 or 3 versus 3. There's also player housing, which is a whole customizable island so you can get your Animal Crossing on. There's so many things to do. I did do a video preview for Lost Ark on VG247, so check that out if you want more details. Lost Ark is only out on PC. Before we get into our honorable mentions, I think it's worth mentioning a new bit of hardware is coming out as well. The Steam Deck is getting its release on the 25th of February. It's essentially a portable handheld PC running Steam's own operating system. The biggest selling point is that if you've already had Steam for years, like many PC gamers have, your whole Steam library will be available for you to play on there, which is great. It would have been a low blow if you had to re-buy all of the games again just for the Steam Deck. It has a starting price of £350 for the 64GB model and it goes up to 512GB. It looks fun, definitely a premium product that I'm actually a little bit upset that I didn't get a pre-order in time for the release. Let me know in the comments if you plan on grabbing one. Those are our top games for February 2022, but let's do our honorable mentions. Your favorite game of the month might just be in here, so stick around. If you've ever been interested in the Life is Strange series, the remastered collection is out on February 1st. A wicked skateboarding action platformer, Ollie Ollie World, is out on the 8th. We did do a video preview for it, so check it out if you want a closer look. The massive FPS Crossfire is branching out to consoles with a new game, Crossfire X, exclusively on Xbox. If you love fighting games, The King of Fighters 15 is out on the 14th. Grid Legends is out on the 25th, and I love what they're doing with the FMV cutscenes in this one. What an amazing month of games. I'm excited, but I'm not sure how I'm going to find the time to play them all. What games are you most excited about? My name is Durrani from VG247. Peace out, everyone.